What is going on, guys? Keen Flame here, back with another video. This time I'll be doing a cast of Kvothhh against Grandmonster. Both are excellent players. I'm spectating this game live, so I don't even know who is going to win. I just saw that the map was Mediterranean, and honestly, we haven't had much water on this channel yet. So I really wanted to show you guys how a excellent player plays the water maps. I'm not sure if he has a exact build order yet, but what I saw so far on his stream was really good. And if you guys are curious about this player, he just joined Keen too, and I'll link his stream in the comments down below. And yeah, he's been rank 1 on Voobly for a pretty long time now, and he's a really good player. And yeah, let's analyze his game, let's analyze Grandmonster's POV as well, and then let's get into it. So he is playing Hades, and Hades is just a menace on the ranked ladder right now. The talks are just really strong. I do hope they get nerfed pretty soon. So there's no way, I guess, to replay this replay, I guess, right? I want to kind of check out the build order, but whatever. So anyway, from what you had to do in the original game basically was send your first 2 villagers to wood, and then 1 villager builds a dock, and then you eat the pigs. And then because in Retold the temple costs more now, you need to actually put a villager on gold pretty soon. So I guess that's why he put the villager on gold pretty early compared to normal. So, and what you actually want to do on this map is, for like no walking time, is use the pigs right away at the start. But then because in Retold you can lure the boars a lot farther away, like you can shoot it and it will actually run to your TC, so you can lure it more. And this gives you the opportunity to actually not just eat pigs, but also lure the boars to your TC without a granary. So that is a big change from how the original game was played, because in the original game, basically what you did, you had to scout all the pigs around you and then get them like to your TC really fast and then eat them one by one. So first you would eat this pig, then this one, then this one. If you eat all of them at once, because since they started very little food, then you will run out of them very fast. So you need to do it like one by one, and you need to like line them up. I think this strategy still works too. So if you don't want to lure the boar, you can also, I think, do the pigs. But I do think the boar is a little bit faster, so definitely try luring the boar like he is. So you shoot it one time, and then you shoot it one time again, and then you have your TC and your other villagers help out to shoot it as well. So he has a lot of fishing ships right now. So he has about 6 fishing ships, and he's making 1 more, and then he has 6 on wood. So this is actually very similar to how AOT Mediterranean was played. Only big difference is that he put a villager on gold very early, and he is also luring the boar to his TC instead of eating the pigs. And then now he made a temple, so he is up in with 7 fishing ships on water, or actually 8. So yeah, I mean, after you build the temple, you could just keep making fishing ships, but you do need another dock right here as well. So let's see what Grandmonster is doing. So he has 3 on wood, and then he has 3 on gold, and now he is splitting up the lumber camps. So the most efficient way is you want to have about 5 villagers or 4 villagers per lumber camp, or 6, 7 maybe even, and then you'll like split them up so they actually drop off to the lumber camp pretty fast. Because if you have a villager right here, then the walking time will be too big, so you actually want to split it up. And especially when you're playing Egypt, the lumber camp is free to make, so you can actually do this very easily without losing resources. And Grandmonster is going for 3 docks, and this is pretty standard Egypt play in AOT, like how the original game was, because the docks are so cheap. They're only 50 gold, so you can spam them, and then you can hide the fishing ship inside the dock, and the dock will shoot. So if you have like 5 docks right here, or 3 docks in this case, you can kind of defend early on and then cast the serpents and get your siege ships out. So he is going through Anubis, of course, because the serpents are just really busted right now. So let's see. So Kvothhh is opening with a little bit of everything this game. And as you can see, Kvothhh is also splitting up his wood villagers between 2 camps. And he has 7 on wood, or 7 on gold, and 7 here and 6 here, as I said. So what I personally like to do is I like to just make siege ships, then have arrow ships camping around my siege ships to defend against these hammer ships, because the arrow ships, they counter the hammer ships, right? And the siege ships, they counter the arrow ships, and then hammer ships, they counter the siege ships. So it's like a triangle. So there's a lot more micro going on compared to the original. In the original, you would see like 20 arrow ships here, 20 arrow ships over there, and then you would just pull them back once they're low HP, and then just macro on the map. And yeah, here you can see the serpents are just kind of insane. Like, they don't do too much damage, but there's just so many of them, and you have to really focus the ships down instead of the snakes, because if you focus the snakes, you're gonna lose all your ships to the opponent's ships, basically. So here is the Anubite. This Minotaur can react to it right here. So yeah, you can see the dock is shooting some arrows because it has 3 fishing ships inside and 1 Tarim. Oh, and look at these snakes. I mean, the snakes needs... I mean, if there's like 10 hidden a siege ship at the same time, it's just too insane. Like, they really need to nerf this shit. But yeah, he has decided like okay, serpents are just too good. Like, I'm not gonna win the water. And I'm gonna just have my fishing boats inside the docks, and I'm gonna go fast 3 TCs. And how medit on the original game was played basically was you would fight water, and then once you are even or you have a small boat advantage, you would turn off your ship production for a few seconds, and then you would get a lot of wood and gold because you're not spending it on ships. And then you would take 1 TC, then you turn back the ships on again, and then you take the 2nd or the 3rd TC after you cancel boat production again. But you could only do this if you are even on water or have like a small advantage, and then whoever has these TCs up first usually wins the game. So it's very important to find that thin balance between water and land. Like, if you go TCs too soon, you're gonna get overrun on water. If you take TCs too late, you're gonna be overrun on land, right? You're gonna be outboomed. So it's a very skillful map in the sense that you have to choose the right time to take TCs basically, and the sooner the better if you can, but sometimes you just cannot. Like, if you are even behind on 1 ship, then like you just cannot take a TC. So it's a pretty hard map to play, very skillful, and very it has a lot of depth to it. But yeah, it's very macro heavy too. So Kvothhh is going for a market here in case he needs some resources to trade, so he can go heroic fast or get the resources for another TC. This TC is very far though, and Grandmonster's TC is very far here as well. So yeah, the one thing I do kind of like, but also not like about Retold, is that the fishing got so nerfed. And because stuff like serpents is so OP, it's kind of okay because you can still come back by taking land, right? Like, fishing ships are not that good, so you can still make a comeback. But let's say the serpents were busted, right? And it feels kind of bad, like, winning the water, and like someone can still beat you even though you won the water, right? So I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but I think for casual players it's pretty good, you know, like, because they can actually make a comeback, or they can like decide to just land rush only, because I think both actually works. Like, you can ignore water, I think, in Retold and still come out on top if you like do like a forward build and do like a rush or something, or like you go fake water and then you go full land. So there's a lot more strategies and opportunities to shine on water maps, right? So here he's trying to rebuild the dock over here. Not sure what he's doing. Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, so he is going through Apollo and he wants to get the Hydras out. Let me see if Grandmonster notices this dock, because this is pretty important. Like, he actually has to stop this, and this might be a major mistake that Grandmonster is doing. he is on 2TC as well. Like I said, Grandmonster is a really good player. Mostly known for his Odin, but he's just good in every god anyway, so. But yeah, so here's the Hydras. Like I said, like this stock should have not gone up because now he has the Hydras and he could potentially take back the sea. And because of that, all this investment of all these fishing ships right here could be for nothing. But at the same time, Grandmonster is also going heroic and he will get the Leviathan to counter the Hydras right there. So Grandmonster definitely has the edge in this game. It's looking honestly very grim for Kvothhh, and yeah, some people were even asking like, is there even a point to fight in Isis or set on water, because the serpents just like gives them like an insta win. And I do believe the serpents are like the developers are well aware of the serpents, so I do hope it gets nerfed on 4 September, right? But yeah, so Kvothhh is going to drop a fortress right here, and he's just looking to defend this gold mine right there, making sure he doesn't die at this point. He's just trying to survive, hoping that Grandmonster makes a mistake. I mean, he still is ahead in score, but that could also be because Grandmonster is just spending a lot of resources. Let me see what he's doing. So he's gonna move his villagers to the gold mine over there. Let me check out the economy upgrades, so hand and pickaxe, and then let me check for Kvothhh. So he has a little bit better eco upgrades. Let me actually check if Grandmonster is taking the fishing ship upgrade too. Yeah, he does have it. So fishing ships get out faster. I do hope someone makes a mod soon where I can see like the exact amount, like 20% or 10% fishing ship upgrade, you know. I do like that it shows like the exact amount of food you get per second. That's pretty nice. Yeah, overall I am enjoying the game a lot. I think it's a big improvement like in all areas, and I think this has been like the best launch for an Age of Empires game like ever. Like I've never seen such a smooth launch as this one. We will still have to see about September 4 and how they keep patching the game, but yeah, this has been like a lot of fun to play. Again, like a lot of old people coming back. I mean, I haven't really touched the game much since like 4 years ago. Like I came back a few times on my YouTube for like a month, but I've been playing for so long that yeah, it just wasn't worth it for me to play the last 4 years. But with Retold, I'm really happy they made the game, because I always believed that AOM had a lot of potential and that it could be, you know, one of the most popular RTS games, and I think they did the game justice this time, so I'm very happy about that. So yeah, this game is all gonna depend on where Kvothhh can defend here. Let me see. So he is actually going Mythic too. So yeah, he used the market very well, exchanging resources like gold for food or wood for gold to up to the Mythic age very fast. The one problem I think he's gonna have though, but he's gonna have to think about it later, is this TC. Like he cannot allow Grandmonster to have this one as well, but he has bigger problems to worry about right now because Grandmonster is right on his doorstep. And I like the building placements. It's like what Magic said, you have to like block your fortress off, your gold mine off with buildings. Here's the ancestors as well. He needs some more heroes to take these down, but yeah, these sentinels are just rotating and shooting away. And this looks just really bad. I feel like he should have gone to this gold mine instead as well. It is risky, but he's gonna lose all of his gold villagers right there. So yeah, this doesn't look too good. But who knows? It is still Hades after all, and Hades is very strong defensively. He still has the market. The exchange rate is gonna get worse and worse as he trades more with himself. And he has no gold villagers right now. I mean, honestly, I would throw some villagers from wood to gold because he has a lot of floating wood right now. And he could easily throw these on the gold mine right there. Let's see. Yeah, it is pretty safe to go here. Just put the walls up here. But I do understand, like there's so much shit going on. Like you guys gotta understand, like this is like a high level game. And sometimes you just don't have the APM or time to think about these things. Like you have bigger problems to worry about, like Grandmonster being right in your face. So he seems to be recovering now. This is what I said, like it's very hard to push into Hades. I feel like Grandmonster maybe should have played it safer. Take this TC instead, wall this up, wall this side off, and then starve Kvothhh out of gold. Because if he starves this gold mine off, then he only has this one and this one, right? And then the trade, like if Kvothhh decides to make trade caravans, then he will be like, this corner will not be available to him, so he cannot even like take this side, and his gold trade will be cut in half. So I think Grandmonster maybe should have played it a little bit slower. And here comes Kvothhh, his Underworld as well. So he's gonna take the back TC. He knows that Grandmonster might be on this TC, so that he's like, okay, there's no point, let me take this back TC to relieve the pressure from here, and then I have more like room to breathe over here. But Grandmonster at the same time is like, okay, you're pushing over here, I'm gonna keep pushing here and try to take this Underworld down, try to take this TC down. So Kvothhh might have to send some units back, but it does look like he's just gonna keep on pushing. He's trying to take this Pharaoh out. Damn it, Pharaoh is taking a lot. Oh my god, he got fucking smacked right there. That was crazy. So yeah, I mean, these siege towers are just not cutting it right now, because these villagers can just take it out pretty easily. This elephant is dying. And I think another thing about Egypt is like, I think the Migdol units just train too slow. You need like 2 or 3 Migdols, and you need to make a lot more barrack units. And a lot more myth units too. So I think the big mistake that Grandmonster made this game is he just didn't make enough like production facilities to make more army, to like get the reinforcements going, you know. So and yeah, this is how you counter a Heliopolis. You just ram it with a siege tower, but it's unfortunate that the siege tower is alone right now. So but yeah, so it looks like Kvothhh is actually making a insane comeback. I mean, Hades is pretty strong, but Kvothhh is also a very good player. He doesn't give up for no reason. Like, he will keep playing. Like, if he sees the chance to come back, he will keep playing. So yeah, he took down this TC. Now all he has to do is just bring these villagers in the Underworld and start taking this TC, this one as well. Then he went from a 2 TC disadvantage to having 3-4 town centers. So you can turn the game around just like that with Underworld, basically. Here, nice raid from Grandmonster. This is what I was talking about. If you zone him off here, then you're basically cutting the map in half for Kvothhh. So let me see. Yeah, he's gonna take this TC right there, and yeah, he's making the max, the mass Toxotai. And this unit is just, I think it's too strong. Like, you get free ballistics, which makes your units fire at 100% accuracy instead of missing. So it's just really strong. And Grandmonster is trying to push back here, but honestly, it looks like Kvothhh has the game in the bag. He has a higher score as well. So it is looking very grim for Grandmonster right now. And yeah, like I said, like it just feels like the water doesn't matter when you Retold right now. I do hope they buff it a little bit, because this is just crazy. I mean, they do have to nerf the serpents as well, because otherwise, like, imagine he just won water so easily like this. It would be very busted as well. So for right now, it's okay that the fishing ships are not that good, but I do hope they buff it a little bit. Like, it doesn't have to be as insane as the original game, but it's just a little bit too little, I feel like. But yeah, this is just a crazy comeback regardless. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, castles, or Migdols in this case, they are a lot weaker than in Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4. Like, from an Age of Mythology player, we always felt like that castles and keeps in those games were just way too insane. It's like there was like a machine gun installed in these castles. But in AOM, you can actually like go below the Migdol, and the Migdol will not shoot you. So if you're going to push a Migdol, make sure your archers are standing around the mid door and not outside of it, because if they are outside, they'll get shot at and die quickly. But if you park them below the castle, they will not get hit. And it's the same thing for towers as well. So if you are rushing someone, stand below the tower, right below the circle. You see this range, like the tiny circle right there? That's where you want to stand. So yeah, GG. Very well played by both players. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out aeonbuildorders.com. Make sure to check out Kvothh's stream. He's a very good player. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace